Okay, now we're going to continue on to lesson number 2 for Word 2010. And this time we're going to cover some of the major things in the Home tab. So here we are. We have the document open from last time that we just typed a little bit of junk into. And we want to start playing around with this in the Home tab. Now when we first go to the Home tab, you'll notice that we have different groups within the Home tab. We have the Clipboard group, and the Clipboard group will allow us to do certain things like copying and pasting text, cutting text, moving it around. We have this thing called the Format Painter, which allows us to copy formatting throughout the whole Word document and put it in all sorts of different places. We have the Font group, which allows us to change the layout of the font. We can bold it, italicize it, underline it, things like that. We have the Paragraph group, which allows us to change the formatting of paragraphs. Styles, which allows us to apply quick styles or create quick styles or load a bunch of themes for a quick style. We then have our Editing tab, which we can find, replace, select, etc. things inside of our document. So what I want to do is I want to start this lesson by going over some copy and paste functions. So to copy something, we can go down into the area where we typed our text and we can select our text. So I'm just going to hold my left mouse button and drag and drop around some text. Now I can cut that text by going up to the clipboard and selecting cut. Alternatively, I could hit Control X, but I'll click cut and I've cut that text out. It's stored in something called the clipboard now. And the clipboard we can pull stuff from the clipboard and put it somewhere else. So if I want to paste it, all I have to do is go up to this clipboard group and hit the paste button, and there I go. I've pasted it in. It's also still stored in the clipboard, so I can hit paste again and again and again and again, and I have a bunch of stuff on here that I've pasted onto my Word document. So I've done that. I could also just, if I don't want to cut it and I just want to copy it, I can select it. So I've left-clicked and selected some text. I'll go up to my clipboard, hit copy. Alternatively, I could have hit Control plus C. And again, I can just go up to paste and paste it again and again and again, whatever. I've pasted it a lot of times right here. And now I have a bunch of different text on my Word document, and I can start formatting it with my font group. So I'm going to select some more text. Say I want to really highlight this word awesome. So I'm going to double click on it, double left click, and it selected that text. Now if I mouse over it, I get this quick bar that allows me to format as well, but I'm just going to go up to the font group instead of using that. So I can hit this B toggle switch. When I hit it, you'll notice that the text has been bolded, or it makes it thicker and blacker. I'll highlight it again and I'll toggle the underline, and you can see that it's now underlined with black text. I'll select it again, hit the italicize, and you can see now it's bolded, italicized, and underlined. So when I select this text, you'll notice that these switches up here are toggled, or they look like they've been pushed in, and they're now a different color, and they're outlined with this this border. And if I want to undo it, I just have to untoggle those switches. So I'm going to untoggle the bold switch, and the text is no longer bold. I will untoggle the italicized switch, and it's no longer italicized. And finally, I will untoggle the underline switch, and it is no longer underlined. Next to underline, you can also see this drop-down arrow, and this will allow me to give it a specific underline. I can use more underlines if I want to, but that's how you use that. There are other things we can do in here as well. We could type in subscript or superscript. So I just say if I'm typing in a chemical formula, for water, I have H2O is the chemical for water, but I want it to look right. So 2 hydrogen, I can go there and I can come up to my font group, do a subscript, and now it looks appropriate. And maybe I want to make this text bigger, or I want to change the font face, so I can select it. Go up to the font group right here. I can click the drop down box and select any number of font faces I want, like this Times New Roman, and I'll want it 12 point, so I'm going to select 12 point, and there we go. I've changed it to Times New Roman 12 point font. And if I want to see what kind of font I have on something, all I have to do is left click within that text, and it'll show me what I have toggled and what kind of font and the font size. See right down here, this stuff is Calibri with 11 point. I'll click up to the other stuff we modified, and that is Times New Roman 12. Now say I don't have to use that to change the size of the font. I can actually change it in another way. So I'm going to select that text again, I'm going to go up here, and I have two buttons that allow me to increase the font size and decrease the font. They're called grow and shrink font. The arrow up with a bigger letter, I can just select that and it makes my font bigger. You can see right here that it jumps in font point size when I click it. So 26, 28, and if I want to shrink it, I just use the shrink font button. 26, 24, 22, I'll just make it down to 12 again. So I can do that. Now I have a couple more buttons on this font group as well. I can go over here to the change case group, select down, and I can change the case. And the case is how things are capitalized within the sentence. Right now I have it typed in sentence case, and that's the way I want it. However, if I didn't, I could toggle that. Say if everything was capitalized, I could toggle sentence case and it would fix it for me. Let's say I want something all uppercase. I want awesome right here to be all in uppercase, so I've selected awesome. I've gone to this change case group, and I'm going to select uppercase, and now it's all awesome. Or it's all uppercase, awesome. If we want to change it back to sentence case, I can go here, change it to sentence case. I can also change it to capitalizing each word, although there's only one word here, so awesome would be the only one capitalized. Could also do something called toggle case, and that's where it changes lowercase to uppercase and uppercase to lowercase. I'll select that again, go here, I can change it all to lowercase, and finally I'm just going to move back to sentence case. So that's a really quick way to change the capitalization or the case of the words that you want inside of your Word document. That's what I'm thinking of. Now up here too, say you put a bunch of formatting on this and you want to clear it. So for example, I'm just going to do some stuff really fast. So okay, we have this bulleted list. And I know I just did that really quickly and I didn't go over it, but say we have that and we're like, geez, I got to really start over with this. Well, you can clear your formatting in your font group as well by hitting this clear formatting button. It looks like a little eraser with a whiteboard. You click it, and it clears that formatting and it's back to default. So it even removed the Times New Roman, it removed the font size that I used. It's back to Calibri or the document's default according to the theme that's been loaded, and it's back to 11-point font, which is also the document's default. So that's an easy way to clear that formatting. Now some other things we can do, we can use text effects. So I'm going to select awesome again, click text effects, a drop down box appears, and I can put some really cool text effects throughout here, and you can see that it changed it. I'm going to undo that, so I'm going to go up to my quick access toolbar. I'm going to hit the undo text effect button because it's one of the things that I have available to me. I can highlight stuff, so I can click the highlighter. The text highlight color right now is yellow by default, so it's highlighted it yellow. I'm going to undo that again, and I can change it to say a different color, so green, just by hitting that arrow next to the highlighter. Maybe I'll change it to a light blue. I can also change the font color. So the font highlighter also changes, as you can see, the background of the font color. So I can change the font color by selecting this as well right here. It's called the font color button. And if you don't remember what each of these buttons are, you can see if I mouse over for a little bit, a quick tooltip appears and it will tell me what it does. So it changes font color, it can change the font text, and if I hit F1 I can get more help on what it does. And word help pops up and I can read up on it if I like to, if I don't remember. But I can just click down that drop down arrow, change it to say a blue color, and now I've changed H2O to blue. I'll increase the font size a lot so you can see that it's changed to blue. You can always change it back to the default color by hitting automatic, etc. So that's using our font group and our clipboard group in Word, and we can cover more in another lesson.